No. Okay. No, I don't see that.
If you go all the way down to the bottom, right where it says stop video and mute, where we were doing all that, if you move over to the right, did you see a Q&A box?
No.
Okay,
There's
well,
nothing.
I see the Q&A box, so I can help facilitate that if we get to that point.
Okay.
Okay. We do have some attendees coming in, so welcome to those of you that are joining us. We will get started in just 1 minute. We are just talking about some of the features of the Zoom. So as everyone is entering, just as an FYI, everyone is muted and their video is off. But if you want to ask questions, there is a Q&A feature at the bottom of your Zoom home screen. So you can always ask questions through that. Tonight we have about 45 minutes together. So we'll get into it in just 1 minute, but just wanted to give everybody a reminder that we will have a hard stop at 8:15. But otherwise, the session will be recorded. So if at any time you want to go back and review the information, it will be available to all attendees via those platforms as well. So without further ado, I am going to...
Please, we have a code yellow, age 80 years old, male, wearing a hospital gown, gray hair and glasses. That is an 80-year-old male wearing a hospital gown, gray hair and glasses. From MedSurg.
Well, the one thing I can't turn off is the hospital notifications. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Pam Ritter. I'm the coordinator of admissions, recruitment, and financial aid at Graham Hospital School of Nursing. We are an old program. We are celebrating our 111th anniversary this year, and that is a long tradition of excellence in nursing education. If you are interested in becoming an RN, we are one of many schools in Illinois that will provide an excellent preparation for becoming an RN, and we're going to be talking about what makes Graham Hospital School of Nursing unique. We are located in Canton, Illinois, in the west central portion of the state. We're about 45 minutes from Peoria, about an hour from Macomb, Galesburg, and about half an hour from Havana and Pekin. We are unique. We are Illinois' only 3-year hospital-based program, and we are also currently ranked number 3 in the state. I'm going to be breaking that down a little bit for you. First of all, what it means to be a 3-year program and what the advantages of that are. If you compare a 3-year program like Graham's to a 2-year program, which is an associate's degree in nursing or community college program, you'll find that, well, between 2 and 3 years, you have a full extra year of clinical experience. That means a lot more hands-on practice, and that means a lot more experience working directly with patients. At Graham last year, we spent over 3,400 hours in our program just downstairs in the hospital. 3,400 clinical hours right here in the hospital in just 1 year. And that excludes all of the clinical experiences that were out of the building at another healthcare setting or other community setting. So that is a lot of clinical experience. Another benefit of a 3-year program over a 2-year program is that because you are not getting an associate's degree, you don't have to take as many gen ed
Your attention,
courses.
please. We have the all clear on the code yellow. We have an all clear on the code yellow.
As you can tell, I am broadcasting from my office here at Graham Hospital. Our School of Nursing is located on the top 2 floors of the hospital, and you can hear that it is a busy night. I mentioned that there are fewer gen ed courses in a 3-year program than a 2-year program, and that might sound counterintuitive, but our students take courses that relate specifically to nursing. You won't find any elective requirements. You won't find that students have to take fine arts or humanities or additional science and social studies beyond those in our curriculum. What about a 4-year or bachelor's in nursing? Well, just as in a 3-year program like ours, you have more clinical experience than students coming from a 2-year program, you also have more work experience. With bachelor's programs, you are in school working on that bachelor's degree for 4 years. However, in a 3-year program, you graduate, you become a nurse, and you work for a full year before your 4-year student counterparts would graduate from their program. And again, because you are working on a diploma rather than a degree, you are taking fewer gen ed courses. The bottom line is that whether you are in a 2-year, a 3-year, or a 4-year program, whether you're in an associate's degree program, a diploma program like ours, or a bachelor's program, you will come out at the end with an RN. All 3 types of programs prepare you for entry-level positions in nursing. And as far as the qualifications you receive, they are the same, whether it is a diploma or a degree. Students who go on to get bachelor's in nursing degrees, who are already RNs, whether from 2 or 3-year programs, will discover that that 4th year, that Bachelor of Science program, focuses largely on leadership and management, leading to advanced positions in nursing. So those are the benefits of a 3-year program. And again, Graham is the only 3-year nursing program in the state of Illinois. So what are the benefits of being a hospital-based program? Well, as I mentioned a moment ago, we are actually located on the top 2 floors of Graham Hospital. That means that every day when our students, faculty, and staff come to work, they have interaction with other healthcare professionals, with patients, and with the community. And because we are in the hospital, our emphasis is on patient bedside care. Another benefit for our students is that they have the opportunity to work with the best doctors who are currently researching best practices in patient care, and as new developments become available, are able to respond to that. You see on the right side of your screen there a recent ad from our hospital when robotic surgery became available. And our students have been able to practice using the robot in clinical situations and observing and assisting with robotic surgery. That also puts it in a position that allows us to respond, recognize and respond quickly to changes in the healthcare delivery system. And as a school, then we are able to continually review and revise our curriculum as necessary. Of course, one advantage for our students is that the hospital is looking forward to employing as many of them as possible when they graduate. And that's true of all hospital schools. They tend to favor their own graduates. Finally, an important benefit of a hospital-based program is that our students get clinical experience in all units of the facility, as well as the different units within our health system. For example, our small town clinics, our medical group, and so forth. Let's take a look at some of those clinical opportunities for students. You can see there on the screen things like OB, the operating room, the emergency department, ICU, med-surg, dialysis. We have a respiratory department here at Graham that students attend for clinicals. We have cardiac rehab. We have an extended care facility, which is really an in-house nursing home. We have a progressive care unit for people who are recuperating after major surgery or illness and are slowly getting back on their feet. Physical and occupational therapy and a wound care clinic are all part of the clinical units in our hospital. I think a 3-year hospital-based nursing school provides the best of both worlds to students. As I mentioned, you can become a registered nurse in 3 years with a full extra year of clinical experience over a 2-year program. We have a brand new partnership that we're very excited about with ISU's Mennonite College of Nursing. They will accept 100% of Graham students and graduates' credits from Graham Hospital School of Nursing and allow them to complete their bachelor's degree in 1 additional year, just as if our students had been enrolled at ISU from the very first day of their program. So that truly is the best of both worlds. Students can become an RN and go on and get their BSNs. One of the great things I love about the program with ISU is that they guarantee enrollment to Graham students during their junior year. And if Graham students would like to start taking some ISU courses, they are enrolled for dual credit. If they prefer to wait until after they graduate, ISU allows them to start the BSN program in any one of 6 different semesters. So students can go right back to school in the fall after graduating in May. They can take a semester or a year off, get a little more work experience under their belts, or they can work for 2 full years before they go and finish that degree. And their seat is guaranteed the entire time. It's a great partnership. So to sum up, why choose Graham Hospital School of Nursing? We've already talked about the length. We are unique in Illinois, being a 3-year program. Our location, literally in a hospital, makes our clinical opportunities practically infinite for our students. along with our partner agencies in the communities and throughout Graham Health System. Our students have a lot of opportunities for experiencing healthcare in every possible setting. And for many of you right here in Illinois and in our area, it's close to home. We've talked about our reputation. We are currently ranked number 3 in the state of Illinois, and that is up from number 11 just last year. And the state ranks only 75 schools of nursing. And that reputation is, and that ranking is based in large part on the pass rate for the board exams leading to licensure as an RN. And as I mentioned, we have 111 years of experience in the field of nursing. I mentioned our facilities. Here at Graham, you are not only getting theoretical knowledge of nursing, art, and science, but clinical experience as well. We have a computer lab that is open 24/7 to students, complete with everything that students need to prepare presentations, to print papers and homework assignments, and so forth. My background today is our library. We have a wonderful library with resources specifically selected for nursing research and learning. You won't find popular magazines or a rack of current fiction. Everything in the library is geared toward our curriculum. And that includes several nursing and medical specific databases. We have 3 state-of-the-art simulation labs with interactive computerized mannequins. So we have an adult Hal, we have Noelle, the birthing mother, and her neonate. And we have a pediatrics sim lab as well with a computerized youth and baby. I mentioned our great partnership with ISU. We also have a wonderful partnership with Spoon River College here in Canton, our local community college. Our students can take their support courses, as we call them, at any college of their choice, but most of them choose to attend Spoon because of this special partnership. That allows us to not only consolidate all of the registration, financial aid, and billing for the school, but broadens students' experiences as they work with faculty and staff from both institutions. Graham Hospital School of Nursing is fully accredited as well. We are accredited by the Accreditation Commission for Education in Nursing and licensed by the Illinois Department of Financial and Professional Regulation. This is our curriculum plan, and I know it's small if you're watching on a small screen, but to give you an idea of the curriculum, both of nursing courses and then support courses that students take at Spoon River College or other college of their choice. You can see that in each of the 6 semesters a student attends Graham, they take 1 nursing course at a time. And those courses range from 7 to 10 credits. And they might also take anywhere from 1 to 3 support courses during those semesters. Some of those support courses are required a particular semester or required to be completed before a particular semester. Otherwise, students can take them whenever they would like, including summers. You'll notice too, halfway through our students' program with us, year 2 in their spring semester, They begin specialty rotations, and you'll see that there are 2 nursing courses listed for the year 2 spring semester and the year 3 fall semester. Although there are 2 courses listed, those specialties are 8-week courses, and they are taught back to back. So again, our students take just 1 nursing course at a time. Taking a little more look at those specialty rotations, those 4 areas are OB, pediatrics, community health, and mental health, or what we call psych. When our students are in their specialty rotations, very few of their clinical experiences are here in one of our simulation labs in the school or downstairs in one of the hospital departments. When they start those rotations, students spend a lot of time at various sites throughout the community. For example, our pediatrics students visit daycare centers, Head Start, and the elementary schools in the area, doing everything from helping with head lice checks to giving presentations to children on various aspects of healthcare. Our community health students go to places like the state prison here in Canton, detention centers, psych wards in other hospitals. And they also have a chance to go to Political Action Day at the state capitol in Springfield. So they are meeting with other healthcare providers and other nursing and medical school students. One of the pictures you see there on your screen, the little round pictures, is our community health students back in 2016. Their class went to Louisiana to help with cleanup following the flooding there after hurricane season. And that is a group shot on the front porch of one of the homes that they helped rehabilitate. There are lots of opportunities for community service while students are at Graham. I wanted to list for you the support courses that our Graham students take. You'll see that these are concentrated in the biological, physical, and psychosocial sciences, as well as areas like composition and speech that allow students to hone their skills in communicating orally and in writing. And also courses in critical thinking and problem solving. So again, there are no humanities, fine arts requirements, additional electives that students are required to take. Everything is supportive of what students learn in their nursing courses here at Graham. For those of you who are interested in applying to Graham, I want to run through our admissions requirements with you. You'll see that the typical high school subjects are listed here. We require a year of high school or college biology within 5 years. If your biology class has been longer than 5 years, if you are a non-traditional student, then you would need to repeat that. We require 2 years of algebra, 1 of geometry, 3 of English, and 2 of social studies. And in all of those classes, grades of C or better. If you don't meet those admission requirements, we are able to offer you admissions on the contingency that before you start classes at Graham, that you'll fulfill those requirements. So if your high school did not offer geometry, for example, or you got a D in one semester of algebra. That doesn't mean this is a done deal. You can still apply and be offered admission. We no longer require chemistry, however, we do recommend that, particularly if you are going on to a bachelor's program. Most of them do require chemistry. We do require ACT or SATs. However, during the current situation with COVID-19, some of you have not had the opportunity to take those tests, or you will not have the opportunity to do so this year. So that is waived. However, if you have already taken the ACT or SAT, we are looking for scores of 20 or higher on the ACT or 940 or higher on the SAT. But again, it's not a done deal if you don't meet those benchmarks. We will still consider you. Our admission process is very holistic, and we like to get as broad of a picture as possible of you. And we know that those test scores are a measure of how you did on a standardized test on the particular day you took it. It's not going to tell us as much about you as your past performance in high school or getting a high school equivalency, or at college if you have already taken some college courses. If you have taken college courses, we want to see that you have succeeded in those courses, particularly in the sciences and mathematics and our support courses, those that will deal specifically with nursing support. So we're looking for a 2.75 or better GPA. Some of our students come to us having had some college courses already, including some of the support courses that require. Other students come to us directly from high school without ever having a college class at all. Either way, nursing school is an adjustment, and we are here to support you. And that begins with the admissions process in taking a look at your aptitude and your desire to become a professional registered nurse. We also require that you meet what's called the essential functions for a student of nursing. And these are the specific abilities, the functions that ensure that you can provide safe and effective nursing care. So those might be that you have sufficient visual and auditory abilities, for example, to be able to see and hear a patient, that you have sufficient tactile ability in order to perform a physical assessment on a patient, that you have sufficient fine motor skills to use equipment, for example. Finally, we require a favorable background check and a negative drug screen before you start Graham Hospital School of Nursing. In addition to accepting students as freshmen in the first year of our program, we also offer advanced placement and transfer admission. Advanced placement and transfer students must meet the admissions requirements that I mentioned on the previous slide, and they must have met the prerequisites, if any, for the courses that they transfer or place into. So LPNs who have had approved physical assessment courses can enter with 15 credit hours transferred to Graham Hospital School of Nursing, entering as juniors, which is where our second year students place. LPNs don't have to be currently licensed. They do have to be eligible to get their practical nurse license and obtain that during their first year with us. Transfers are looked at on an individual basis through an evaluation of transcripts and an interview, and depending on the individual, can enter as second semester freshmen, as juniors, or as seniors. However, transfer students are required to complete a full year of courses at Graham Hospital School of Nursing in order to graduate with us. I want to tell you about our costs. Last year, we reduced our tuition. It was $500 a credit hour, and we reduced it to $195. That makes tuition for freshmen $2,925. That is for the 2 Graham courses, nursing courses, that our freshman students take. That tuition has helped increase our enrollment and allow us to be more competitive in selecting the finest potential nurses and potential employees of Graham Hospital and Graham Health System. Fees are largely assessed twice a year each semester. There is a testing and technology fee, an activity fee, and a printing fee. The costs are listed there. And there is a fee for our skills labs, and those vary by course. So for freshmen, the total is $82. At Graham Hospital School of Nursing, we also purchase your nursing books for you through our library for your first year. And the cost of those books is added to your bill. You can get print books or ebooks. And after that first semester, if you want to purchase the rest of your books on your own or rent them, you are welcome to do that. But we have found that that is much easier for students, and they like the convenience of having them billed to them. You're going to see a picture of some of those books in just a minute, and you'll see why that is such a popular feature of our program. Freshmen are also given a bag of all of the equipment they will need for caring for patients their first year and beyond. That includes a stethoscope, a blood pressure cuff, a gait belt, forceps, bandage, scissors, safety goggles, those sorts of things. And again, that is added to the bill. That is a one-time cost in the fall. So for all freshmen, tuition, fees, books, and equipment are the bill. Other direct costs that might appear on your bill would be the tuition for your Spoon River College support courses on the curriculum plan that I showed you. As I mentioned, our partnership with Spoon allows us to handle the billing for them, as well as your financial aid. Any financial aid that you qualify for is based on your total enrollment. In other words, the number of credit hours that you are taking at Graham and at Spoon. We take care of all of that for you. If you choose to live in our dormitories, and yes, we even have dormitories here in the School of Nursing, that cost is also billed to you. A single room for a year is $24.70. And if you also purchase your meals here in the hospital cafeteria, you go grocery shopping and cook in the dorm kitchens or eat out, then you can expect to pay about $4,500. However, that is not billed to you, just the cost of the dorm room. Of course, there are other costs for being a nursing student, just as there are for any college student. So if you're not living in our dorm, if you're living off campus at home with parents or in your own house or apartment, you are still going to be providing room and board for yourself. And those costs don't go away just because you're a college student. You will purchase uniforms for your clinicals here at Graham. That and other personal costs are everything from your shampoo to licensure fees. Supplies, everything from pens and pencils and paper to some kind of carrier for all of the books you're going to receive. In the lower right-hand corner of the screen there, you see Nicole when she was a freshman and the stack of books that she is receiving for her first semester at nursing school. I'm happy to tell you that the number of books and the cost of those books goes down drastically each semester you are with us. You'll have transportation costs. Even if you live here in the dorm, you will drive back and forth to Spoon for your support courses or to off-campus clinical locations. If you are commuting from home, the transportation costs will vary depending on how far you commute. Students commute to Graham from anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half away, though most of our students live within 15 miles of campus. If you are taking Spoon River College courses, your support course books for your freshman year will run about $392. And then, of course, food. The average for food consumption, according to the Department of Agriculture, would be about $4,500 if you are a moderate eater and spender. So take that with a grain of salt, and no pun intended. So the total costs for Graham only will be about $58.80 for your freshman year. If you take all 6 courses in the recommended curriculum plan for the Spoon classes, you will be paying another $3,700. And again, all of that is included on the Graham bill. So how do you pay for your Graham School of Nursing education? We offer a full range of financial aid, including free money, opportunities for you to borrow money, and for you to earn money while you're going to school as well. We do offer federal work-study positions, both here in the School of Nursing as well as in the community, by offering schools literacy tutors to work with children. Many programs, including Graham Hospital, have school to work programs, and it's a reverse form of employee tuition assistance. Each year, students entering Graham Hospital School of Nursing as freshmen can apply to the program, and they get $8,000 a year to use for any of their Graham or Spoon school costs in exchange for a year of work at Graham Hospital when they graduate. Many of the area hospitals have similar programs, and they pay Graham directly on behalf of the student who will return to their hospital to work when they graduate. It's going to be October 1st in just a little over a week, and it will be time for you to file your FAFSA for next year. That's your free application for federal student aid. And that is a bit of a misnomer, even though it is the federal student aid. That FAFSA qualifies you for state grants here in Illinois, most prominently the MAP grant, which most of you may have heard of. So be sure that you submit that FAFSA as soon as you can after October 1st. And remember, you will use your 2019 tax information. At Graham and every other school that you'll be applying for if you are seniors, we will be allowing you the opportunity to tell us, you know what, circumstances with COVID have changed my income and my living circumstances. And we will be able to use our professional judgment as financial aid administrators to help reduce the costs or increase the amount of financial aid that you might qualify for. We have just a few minutes left, and I do want to answer any questions that you might have. But our application process is listed here on the screen. We have an application. We require 3 personal references, your transcripts, and an interview with me. That process starts very soon, beginning with tonight's presentation. We will have a campus visit day on October 12th, followed by early admission with a November 15th deadline for applying and December review. At this point, I'm going to ask Amy to let me know if there are any questions that I can answer for you. I'm not being able to see the questions. So, Amy?
We don't have any questions that have popped up right now, but we do have about 3 minutes left. So if any of the attendees have a question they would like to ask Pam, feel free to enter it in the chat, or Pam, if you have contact information to display, you can put it there, and so they can contact you that way as well.
Very good, thank you. How can you find out more information about Graham? Well, the best way is to follow us on Facebook. We have 2 Facebook pages, but of course, I'm going to promote the admissions Facebook page that I administer. You can also visit our website, grahamschoolofnursing.org, and that will give you complete information for prospective students, including all of the application materials and the procedures and processes that I mentioned. Here is my contact information. Again, I am the coordinator of admissions, recruitment, and financial aid. It's a great thing about being a small school, that we get to know you very well, and you get to know us very well. If you have any questions that you think of after tonight's presentation, feel free to call or email me. And I'll be honest, it's best to email me. I like to have a paper trail, and that keeps me a little better organized. I want to thank all of you very much for attending. So glad you could participate in the IACAC Virtual College Exploration. And I hope that you will take this opportunity to visit lots of schools, 2-year ADN nursing schools and 4-year BSN schools. Remember, we'd love for you to come visit Graham Hospital School of Nursing, Illinois' only 3-year hospital-based program, number 3 in the state. Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. After this closes out, you will get a quick survey to fill out. We'd love any feedback that you have. Otherwise, please reach out to Pam with any questions you have on their 3-year hospital-based nursing program. I learned a lot from this session as well. So thank you, Pam, for your time tonight. And thank you for everyone for attending. Have a good night.
Thank you, Amy.